A group has announced plans to sue the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IEBC) and Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission (EACC) following widespread chaos in the recently concluded by-elections held on November 27, 2025. Meanwhile, the Election Observation Group (ELOG) says there were cases of secrecy breaches during the vote. This story was produced by Alvin Kithinji.
Not free, not fair, not credible.
The rights organization cited violence, voter intimidation and bribery as major irregularities that undermine the credibility of the polls. According to the group, these incidents not only violated electoral laws but also eroded public trust in Kenya's democratic space.
What we witnessed is deeply alarming. These by-elections were far below the constitutional standards expected of a democratic nation. At least 3 persons were reported killed and tens others injured in the by-election campaigns.
Meanwhile, the Election Observation Group (ELOG) has noted that there were serious flaws in the recently held by-elections, highlighting electoral violence, harassment and political interference during the electoral process. Major electoral breaches were mainly reported in the Malava, Kasipul and Beere North by-elections. IEBC has been faulted for failing to address electoral flaws that undermine the integrity of the electoral environment.
The pre-election and election day environment was marred with sustained violence, especially in Kasipul, Kabondo and Beere North.
Our teams of election observers saw clear misuse of public resources. We saw government vehicles ferrying people to campaign events. We saw chiefs compiling attendance lists for rallies of specific candidates. And we saw public meetings discussed as development tours used as campaign platforms.
Vocal Africa Group has now threatened to pursue legal redress if reforms are ignored, insisting that IEBC and EACC must be held accountable for failing to prevent malpractices during the entire electoral process.
Hizi tume zilikuwa hazitekelezi kazi. Wanasiasa wanajihusisha katika mambo ambayo hayafai kabisa. Ghasia, watu wameuliwa. Watu wamepoteza maisha yao, lakini hatukuona hata mtu mmoja akipigwa marufuku katika uchaguzi huu. Kwa nini mambo kama haya yanafanyika?
The Human Rights Group has emphasized that unless corrective measures are taken, the credibility of future elections remains in limbo.